Hiya, Megan Berg here. In this video, I wanted to share with you the part of my breath story or my breath journey where I formally started to study and train in the breath. I had been looking at a number of different programs, and for various reasons I chose to go with the Breathwork Practitioner certification program run by Dan Brule. And from the very first breath I took in my very first live training, which was my entry point, I was all in. I came away from that experience with a real felt sensation of hope. I really did feel for the first time that the freedom I'd been looking for, the freedom from anxiety, from stress, from just all of the overwhelm really was within my grasp, that I could really find that freedom from that. And so at the beginning of the program, that was my focus. My focus was using my breath as a tool to understand, to work with myself, my body, my nervous system, my emotions, and to just be able to self-regulate through my breath, heal past traumas, as well as build resiliency in my system. And so that was my real focus. And as I got into the program, I realized that it kind of became a choose your own adventure. And I just let the spirit of breath take me where she wanted to take me. And I went to a lot of really great and interesting places. I really respected and loved the fact, which I didn't know going into the program, just the emphasis on balance and having a balanced breath practice. You know, if we consider breath work to be the art and science of conscious breathing and breath awareness, it's finding a balance between the two. And the way that we do anything is the way that we do everything. So as we find balance in our breath practice, we tend to find more balance in our life. And so I was able to kind of get in and get curious and explore where my resistances were, where I was feeling resistance in my breath, and then how that was showing up in my life. And I was able to kind of work with that with myself and just move and expand those edges, which was a really beautiful process. Just after my second in-person training was when the pandemic happened and everything changed. And I was able to really take what I had learned and apply it in a very different way. I was working in a bakery, I was working customer service and retail, and it kind of became a masterclass of where are my edges and where are my fail points. And so I was able to, at this point I'd been in the program for about a year and a bit, and I was really able to hone in on my breath and use it as a tool and a bridge to just, in a very stressful situation at times, really be able to manage myself. At times it maybe didn't seem like it. I can look back and see that it was a beautiful experience. And it was also this time that I started to attend Breath Church. During the first week of lockdown, Sage had moved what was an in-person experience that he was doing in New York online, and we were connected. And so I think I jumped into Breath Church. I asked him, I was like, hey, is this something I can come to? And I attended Breath Church I think the very first week, and if not the first week, into the second week. I was pretty new in that second week if it wasn't the first week. And I breathed every night from March until middle of June, I would say. I had returned to work at that point. And I still kept up breathing 4 to 6, 7 times a week. And that experience was such a gift. I was really able to process, we were as a community able to process in real time, what we were experiencing, what everybody was experiencing. And because I was working, I had gone back to work that May, I was able to process what I had experienced in the day and not bring it with me the next day into work. And that really became a real gift and an exploration into my own self, that I was able to kind of every night have that feeling of just being able to rest and land somewhere in a beautiful community of self-healers and breathers. And we kind of got to experience community healing. I got to experience community healing in a way that I had never experienced before. And that is such a gift that I just feel so grateful for. And I breathed very consistently up until I started to facilitate my own night in Breath Church last January. And this is actually where I want to leave the video, simply because the last video I want to do is going to bring you from January, when everything kind of shifted and changed for me again, and bring you up to date and speed as to where I am now and how I've landed. So I hope something in here maybe resonated with you. I'd love to hear how the breath is moving in your life. So drop me a line in the comments, and I can't wait to hear. Have a beautiful day.